Thursday night baseball now from Oriole Park here in Baltimore. It's the home opener of this new season between the American League's Houston Astros and the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles baseball is next.
Second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Harold, one of your former uniforms, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight. They come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best to me, where all the cliches come in. You got to have a short-term memory, and you really do. The game's over. You can't do anything about it. You got to come back today and play better and win.
Temperature was in the 70s earlier today, but 59 at game time tonight. And that's inside. Looked like the slider, and it's 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
And they'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Dribbled to the right side. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2.
Well, that's back-to-back breaking balls. He's able to foul that one off. Will they come back with a third?
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Here's Carlos Correa now. He enters play in this one with his batting average up over the 320 mark. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
Number 9.
Marwin Gonzalez is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1.
That's a good pitch right there. Now he's ahead in the count. You got the hitter back on his heels a little bit. Even though it's a tough situation, you know you're going to have to use all your pitches to pitch out of it.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. 1 there. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. Here's George Springer. The average on the year for him is just shy of 310 entering action in this one. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. And a base hit, and that's going to chase in the run from third. The Astros are off to a 1-0 lead. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He enters play hitting in the 260s for the year. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Matt, this is how you want to start a game. First inning, you already jump on them early. You get 1 run in, and now you have 2 other runners on base. You come up with a big hit here, you can really make a big dent right here in this game in the first inning.
Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Drilled to first. Davis has it. The tag, and he is out. Here's Leonis Martin. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Leonis Martin.
And he gets ahead 0-1. And Harold, these
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win. That looked like he was cheating for that fastball inside right there. Early swing, got out in front of that off-speed pitch, clearly looking for a fastball.
And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. The average just a few ticks shy of 300 for the season, so perhaps a hit or two in this one could put him up over the top. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second with one away. Here's Manny Machado now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Machado now on 0-1. In the dirt, and now let's see. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. Correa up the middle on to first, and there were two down. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third. Striding in, Mark Trumbo, hitting a little over 250 coming into action in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. The 0-1 delivery. Skied into straightaway right. Marisnick is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Stepping into the box, Evan Gattis. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he just misses with a curveball.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
Takes a knee-high fastball. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. And with a big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Now the pitch. Dribbled up the line, but it gets fouled. The 2-2 one more time. A shot to second base and handled for the first out. In now, Alex Bregman. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
Boy, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get him to chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away, but he laid off it. I don't know how, but he did.
Kim has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
Batting ninth.
Standing in, Jake Marisnick. And it's been a great season for him so far with the bat in his hands. He's got the average up over 340 here entering play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a high pop-up. Scope is there for it. And that retires the side. Here's Chris Davis now. He enters play hitting down in the 240s for the year.
First baseman, Chris Davis.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. And this is chopped foul at the plate. He's in the hole now, down 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
He's pitching him with the respect of the power hitting left-hander that he is. If you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me the opposite direction. I like the strategy.
So he got him swinging. Chris Davis is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Adam Jones is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. And this is fouled at the plate. Here's the 0-2. And another foul ball.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Knuckle curve, and he can't ring him up as it goes to 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1-2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Settling under it is Marisnik for out number 2. And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting outfielder Hyun-Soo Kim. He brings an average in the 260s into this one. And a fastball just a bit high. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Popped high in the air. Correa is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Second baseman, Jose
Tough
Altuve.
slider over the inside corner for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a whiff at a good slider that time. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row. But both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Nori Aoki. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. Kim has a long run, but he takes charge for out number 2. Digging in to try it again, Carlos Correa. He drew a walk his first time up. Here's the first pitch to him. On the ground to third. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Digging in, Jonathan Scope. And he is proving to be something of a non-threat with a bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. Reddick has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1. So striding forward now, Danny Knight. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Ready with the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. 1-1. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there.
1 ball.
1 out, nobody on. Grounded to short. Correa scoops it up in time to first, and there are 2 away. Ready for another chance. Leonis Martin. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Springer coming on. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
First baseman, Marwin Gonzalez.
High pop up. Machado is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, George Springer. Looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at bat. Now a curveball to start him out, but an easy take. It's ball 1. And he misses again, 2-0.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And he'll reach second now with one away. Stepping up to the plate, Josh Reddick. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set and the pitch. There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball 1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Martin is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Now batting,
Evan Gattis now standing in. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that misses for ball 1. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt here. Two out here and a runner at second. And now he'll bluff a move back to second base just to make sure the runner wasn't getting any ideas out there. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Third baseman number 2.
And that'll bring up the former first rounder Alex Bregman. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Ball 2.
This is where you really got to focus with runners on base. You got a 2-0 count. You have a tendency to get a little anxious thinking you can drive somebody in. Stay focused. Get your pitch.
3-0 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
The right fielder, number 6.
Standing in, Jake Marisnick. One of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Base is juiced now with 2 away. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Well, I like that, taking that strike right there. Look, he's already walked a couple guys early. He's not throwing the ball consistently in the zone. You have to be patient and make him work.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
3-1 count, first and second. A lot of things can be happening here. I wonder if the runners start, but more importantly, get a pitch you can drive.
And he popped him up back into foul territory behind first. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And before the runners take off, a look to first. From the stretch. Ripped down the line. And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. 1 run scores. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 3-0 game.
The second base.
Riding in once again, Jose Altuve. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Fouled off into the seats behind first. 3 runs, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. This one's down to third. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as this side is retired. Striding into the box, Cesar Hernandez. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Hit out towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first is in time for the first out. 1 out now in the Orioles' 4th. And standing in now the third baseman, Manny Machado. lays off 1-0.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. And that slider must have been low. It's ball 3.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he is really throwing the ball well. He's been attacking them all game.
Oh, I think he thought it was ball 4, but the knuckle curves in there. And he misses ball 4. At the plate, Mark Trumbo. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate, and he's doing that in this game.
And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Stepping into the box, Chris Davis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Here's the 1-0. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Working for the punch out and the offering. In the dirt. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Hey, good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, run on first.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the. Digging in once again, Nori Aoki. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. And that one stayed up a little high.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Shortstop.
Into the windup and the pitch. Carlos Correa stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. The 0-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Another 0-2 home. Yanked on the ground down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. This is in the air out to left field. Martin is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out. Here's George Springer. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. Grounded down the third baseline. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, though, you got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for him.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Hyun-Soo Kim will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
I like that pitch right there. A nice adjustment. After a 4-pitch walk, he comes right back and throws a strike. That tells me this guy can be aggressive when he needs to.
Hit hard to short, and that's through for a hit. Coming to the plate now, Jonathan Scope comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And that misses ball 1.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Springer. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Coming to the plate now, Danny Knight. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. And he lays off for ball 1.
Now for 4 innings, he was great. But here in the 5th, he looks like a completely different guy out there. That happens a lot when a pitcher is facing batters for the 2nd or 3rd time in a game. You know, he was really pounding the strike zone early on, but he's kind of gotten away from that here a bit. He might just need a little reminder to attack hitters and trust his stuff.
A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. Hit hard down the line, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Under it is Marisnik, 1 away. Ready once again, Leonis Martin. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but you know what? He looked at the first 2 pitches, but they're different pitches, both down. Good pitchers' pitches. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Sliced hard on the ground, and that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. Into the box now, Cesar Hernandez. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Chris Davinsky is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Chris Davinsky.
Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. And a ball 1-0.
Well, I tell you what, they've already scored 3 runs, but with that guy over there who can run on first base, I might keep the gas pedal down and send him right here and just keep the pressure on him. Now he finds himself down 2-0. It looks like he's just distracted. This is the advantage of having a guy on first base who can run.
Here's the 2-0. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Reddick is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out. Here's Manny Machado now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Machado.
Pitch popped up. And here's Gaddis to put the squeeze on this one, and that'll retire the side. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Fielder number
Michael
22.
Givens.
Josh Reddick.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Here it comes. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
And this one catches the inside corner for strike one. Skied into very shallow right. Kim's there for it. 1 out. Striding in once again, Evan Gattis. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. A shot down the first baseline. And he is out on the tag. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alex Bregman comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
He has been aggressive in this inning. 0-2 on this hitter. The first 2 outs were recorded quick because he came right after the hitter. I don't think that changes right now either. He's going to continue to be aggressive to this hitter as well.
It's a swinging bunt up the line, but that one rolls foul. 2 out, nobody on. Chopped at the plate. That's a foul ball. Here he comes again. 1-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Here's Mark. Trumbo now.
For the Orioles, designated hitter.
Here's the first pitch to him. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate at strike 1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Here's Chris Davis now. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Scott Kazmir, the lefty standing 6 foot even, takes over the pitching duties here. Now the Astros are going to get a left-hander up and cranking out in the bullpen. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Altuve fields it cleanly. Throw to first gets him, so Kazmir's looking good to start the inning. Ready for another chance. Adam Jones. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. A 1-1 now to Jones. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A tough sinker on the inside corner. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Marisnik is after it. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Digging in once again, Jake Marisnik. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Low for ball 1. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. A late swing at a slider for a strike. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Here's Nori Aoki. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And that one stayed too low apparently. Here he comes on 2-0. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
That was a good 2-0 slider right there. Now you're still sitting 2-1. I continue to look for that fastball, but that was a nice slider right there.
And another throw over. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. There goes Altuve. Now here's a line drive, and this is going to get down for extra bases. Altuve is on his way home. The runner from first crosses the plate. It's a 4-3 game. Here's Carlos Correa now. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Down the third baseline. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. It was a fly out for him in his last trip.
Gonzalez.
Eyeing away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base on.
Wait. Miley will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2. Swing and a line drive into left field, a base hit. Coming in to score is the runner from third, and they've pushed it to 2 here in the 7th. Ready for another shot now. George Springer trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Chopped weakly to the left. He's right there. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning.
It's time for the.
And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting outfielder Hyun-Soo Kim. He'll start things out. Wellington Castillo is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. A little bouncer. That winds up foul. He comes into this one at 248. 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
That's a good changeup. Got him to swing early in it. Now you got him set up. You can go back with the hard fastball or double it up with another changeup.
And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first down.
Number 6.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Jonathan Scope. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Too high, 1-0. Line towards center field. Springer is there. 2 gone. Ready once again, Danny Knight. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. There's a changeup over the outside corner. The windup and the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. In now, Josh Reddick. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Josh Reddick.
And first pitch swinging as this is bounced on the ground towards short. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Evan Gattis. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
I'll tell you what, right there, Matt, that's a sign of a guy that was sitting on an off-speed pitch. He threw that fastball right by him.
To third. Machado is there. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
Now batting.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1 here with 2 men out. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Here's another 1-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire. Here's Leonis Martin. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. Pitch on the way.
Martin.
Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Well, that was unexpected. You're looking for that sinker down. He throws a fastball up. Now he's just changed the game on you. He's forcing you to look somewhere else.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Leonis Martin is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Cesar Hernandez comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Hit the other way out toward right field. Marisnik is under it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Digging in to try it again, Manny Machado. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Kazmir into the windup. Here's the 1-0. Hit hard up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. So with that, we're not done with the bottom of the 8th quite yet. Digging in, Mark Trumbo. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Look over by Kazmir. Now the pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. There's a sinker that didn't sink enough, just missed high. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
First baseman, number 19.
Coming to the plate now, Chris Davis. And a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And that's a fair ball as it'll head toward the scoreboard. And the lead will shrink to 1 as the run scores from second to make it 5-4 now. So striding in, Adam Jones, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Will Harris trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Counts 1-0.
Towards second, and that'll be a base hit and an RBI as well as it ties our ball game at 5-5. Here's Craig Gentry.
The right fielder, number 14, Craig Gentry.
As a look, now the pitch. Right-hander against right-hander as this is a ball, 1-0. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Weekly hit to third. He's got to hurry. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Here's Jake Marisnick. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Darren O'Day will be on the mound.
Marisnick, your attention, please. Now pitching for the Orioles, number 56.
High in the air into shallow left center. Martin is after it. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Stepping in, Jose Altuve. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And a slider tails outside for ball one. Here it comes, 1-0. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Heading out towards shallow right. Gentry moves over, 2 gone. Here's Nori Aoki. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Hard hit ball to second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So stepping in, Jonathan Scope. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the ninth. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Here comes the 1-0. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1-2. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Danny Knight. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. The 0-1 delivery. Hit to short. To his right, Correa. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. So coming to the plate, Leonis Martin. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Mike Dunn takes the ball, needing to get the final out of the ninth to send this one to extra innings. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the action.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Very weakly on the ground. Oh, and no time to get him at first. Not with his speed, and that'll go down as an infield single. Stepping up now, Cesar Hernandez. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Ken Giles takes the ball, needing to get the final out of the ninth to send this one to extra innings. Pitch inside, the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. Now a bluff back to second as he'll just hold on to it. The 1-0. 2-0.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching it.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Now the 2-1. This one's flared toward left center. Let it coming on. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So digging in now, Carlos Correa. He'll be the one to start things out as we begin the 10th. Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Gentry sprinting after it. 1 down. Digging in and looking for more, Marwin Gonzalez. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single. Here's George Springer. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest.
Springer.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And it's a foul ball. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
The left fielder, number 20.
Settling in now, Josh Reddick. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. The 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Line toward the gap in left center, and that's in there. Base hit. At the plate, Evan Gattis. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Drilled left side, and that is through into left field. A base hit. But not in time, and just like that, this ball game is tied. So striding forward now, Alex Bregman, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Looking to keep this a one-run game, the pitch. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And he strikes him out here for out number 3, but the damage has been done. Manny Machado now. He'll lead things off against Giles as they're down to their final 3 outs in this ball game. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Machado now on 0-1. Weak chopper up the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Now the 0-2 pitch. Check his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
The designated hitter.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. 0-1 count and the pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Into the stands. He got it. Stepping up to the plate, Chris Davis. He singled his last time up. Brian Bina takes the mound.
Now pitching for the Astros, number 23, Brian Bina.
Into the windup and the pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. On to first, and that'll be a bitter pill to swallow for this home crowd as the ball game is over. Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Hey, he was one of a few guys that really swung the bat well in this game with a pair of base hits. He helped propel his team to a hard-fought win.
8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. The winning pitcher is Ken Giles. His record is now 4-0. The Loscos